One day, this guy hit me up on Instagram and he just DM'd me and said he thought I was really pretty and he was like looking for a girl, so he wanted to get to know me. I had known of him, but I had never really talked to him before. So I was like looking through his account and I noticed that we had a mutual friend who we will call Kiara. So I texted her about it and she basically told me that like she was setting us up, but I honestly was just not interested in him. Like, I just didn't think he was cute and I wasn't attracted to him, but I still decided to give him a chance because I was intrigued by him because he was like very straightforward. That was honestly the most bold thing a guy had ever said to me before, considering we had never really talked before that. After a few weeks of getting to know him, I actually ended up liking him back, and we never had like an official relationship, but people knew we were like a thing. Then one day I was at my friend's house and she revealed to me that he had called her the N-word on the phone the night before, and she was the one who set us up in the first place. So I was really shocked by this, but I asked her if she knew that he had said the N-word before this, like if it was something he said regularly. And regardless, I was done with him. Like, even if it was only one time, I would still be done with him regardless, but I was just curious if she knew about this or not. And she said, yeah, he regularly would say the N-word and he called her it before, like multiple times, and he used it like a regular word to him. I was just so shocked and hurt by this. I called him out for it and I texted him. He was just very dismissive and he tried to make me believe that it wasn't a big deal or like it was just a word. And I was trying to explain to him how it was wrong. He kept saying how he only says it in songs and like he just says it as a joke with his friends and stuff like that. And that was the part that kind of hurt me the most, is when he said that he only uses it as a joke, because that word is not a joke. It's not just a word, it's slur. And the fact that I had liked him for a while and like I had been getting to know him for so long, and then to find out that he's literally racist, it just really shocked me and it really, really hurt me. I got rid of him on Snapchat, I unfollowed him on Instagram. Like, I really just wanted to like get him out of my life completely as much as I could. And whenever we were at school, I literally started walking to my classes a different way so that way I wouldn't see him, and I was just always avoiding him. I honestly, like, I didn't even know what to do. Like, I wanted him to be held accountable, but like I just felt like I was the only one who actually cared and I was the only one who actually stop being friends with him. I feel like if you're friends with someone who is racist, that you're just as bad as them, and please just don't say any slurs. I just hope that people will not be friends with people who are racist. People should be more anti-racist.
In 6th grade, I knew this girl. This girl and I, we weren't best friends, but we were kind of in the middle. So at the end of the year, she gives me this invitation to her birthday party. And of course, I'm excited. My mom, at the end of each year, she buys 17 new bathing suits, despite the fact that my ones from last year still fit me. So I go home and I say, "Hey, yo, Mom, I'm going to this party." And she presented me with this new bathing suit. It was a bikini, but the thing I need to say about it is that at the sides of it, there are these, like, ties. And if you untie them, the bathing suit falls apart. So I went to the party, and it was more than half guys. And I have no problem with that. Most of my best friends are guys. So, like, I'm having fun for most of the party. And everyone decides to go on the diving board. And I join in, because I like diving boards. So I get up there, and then I dive. When I go under, I realize my bathing suit just came off. But I tried to just pull it back on, but it wouldn't come back on. The bathing suit had completely come undone. So I awkwardly slid to my friend, and I was like, "Yo, my bathing suit just came undone." And she saw it, she's like, "Oh shoot." So she called all the girls over, and they all tried to help me. They covered me with a floaty and like stood in front of me. My friend, she told all the guys to go in the opposite corner of the pool so they couldn't see anything. And of course, the girl's mom was not there, so her dad had to help me. He just threw a towel into the pool and helped me out of it. So I awkwardly walked into the shed to like tie it back on me. And my towel slipped out of my hand. It didn't completely come off, just showed a little bit. All the guys started yelling. Oh god. So I just walked in the shed and cried. I wasn't full on crying, just like, oh my god. I got it on and went back out and tried to enjoy myself for the rest of the party. I wanted just to go home. And in the end, I just said to my mom, "I want to burn this bathing suit." And that's what I did.
It all started one Sunday night when me and my mom and two sisters were at church. My dad wasn't there because he had work. He worked as a police officer and sometimes had to work night shift. As we were at church, I heard that my good friend Ryder's dad wasn't doing too well. He had lung cancer and he was in the hospital. He wasn't going to be here much longer, and it was just now hitting Ryder that he wasn't going to have his dad anymore. And it was really sad, and I felt awful for Ryder. But the thought crossed my mind, what if that was someone in my family? But I just brushed it off, thinking that would never happen to us. Later we got home and it was pretty late, so I decided to try to go to bed. Later that night, I heard somebody stomping through the house. I went out of my room to find my mom in a panicked voice at the door. There was an officer standing outside our door. That wasn't our dad. And then I heard crying in the living room. I was scared to go in there to see what had happened. I saw my aunt and two sisters all crying in the living room. That's when I knew something was up and became worried. She told me my dad had been shot. I was shocked at this. This